for this one need to flip. Hello. Hi, welcome everybody. Good evening, Cherise. How are you? Hi, welcome. Can everybody hear me well? Great. Okay. I have made the font size a little bigger since you mentioned that you can't see. So I hope this is better. Great. Hi everybody, welcome. Hi Raisha. Great. Hello everyone, welcome to today's live. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. We are going through whole numbers revision today. Mainly, we will talk about three things: factors and multiples, listing method, as well as comparing multiple quantities. Okay? If you would like to get your hands on our worksheet, they can be found on our Telegram channel. The link is at the top right corner. Or you can search for MasterMaths PSLE on Telegram. Okay? All right. We will begin in about 2 minutes' time. Okay, everyone? Hello, Thaddeus. Welcome to today's live. Hi, Arifa. Thank you so much for the very kind words. Hayden, very funny. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to today's live. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. Today we are going through, once again, whole numbers, mainly focusing on factors and multiples, comparing multiple quantities, as well as the listing method. All right? If you would like to get your hands on our worksheet for free, they can be found on our Telegram channel at MasterMaths PSLE. Okay? All right. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira. If you can very kindly help us share this live with your family and friends and get everybody to join you, whether or not you are in P5 or P6 this year, or even if you have graduated primary school or secondary school or even poly, university, and you would like to rack your brains a little bit and see if you are smarter than the 12-year-old, then please feel free to stay for our live, okay? Welcome. We will begin now. Once again, we are going through whole numbers, mainly on factors and multiples, on listing method, as well as comparing multiple quantities, okay? Great. Thank you for all the the likes that are coming in. I really appreciate it. And I hope all of you have had dinner. If not, you can snack and learn at the same time. All right, so let's begin. Question number 1. A number when divided by 30 gives a remainder of 8. Which of the following can be added to the number to change it to a multiple of 6? This question appeared in the 2015 PSLE paper 1. This is from question number 14. Do you think you know how to solve this question? What are some of your answers? Can you share it with us? Welcome, Alicia. I remember you, of course. All right. Okay, I see some answers coming in. Thank you very much for your responses. Great. Okay, so there are some 2s, there are some 3s. I still have yet to see the correct answer, actually. Oh, there it is. All right, for this question, the correct answer is number 4. The correct answer is option 4. So how do you think we solve this by coming up with this correct answer? How are we going to solve it? I'm going to do it very simply for you guys, okay? I have racked my brain and think of a method that you will understand once you see. And using visualization, I'm sure everybody is able to see it. So let me draw out what's going on here, okay? First of all, they want us to add something to the number. We don't know this number. They want us to add something to it so that we can change it to a multiple of 6. And to do that, we need to understand what multiple of 6 mean. In simpler terms, what do you think a multiple of 6 mean? What does multiple of 6 mean? Anybody? What does multiple of 6 mean? Multiples of 6 means divisible by 2 and 3, that's right. And on top of that, basically just divisible by 6, right? In the 6 times table, that's right, fantastic. So basically, we want the number to be able to divide by 6, okay? But the number right now cannot divide by 30. 30 is a very big number. When we divide this number by 30, we get a remainder of 8. So let me show you. We don't know how many groups of 30 because we don't know the number. But if I show you how it looks like in a visual form, it's very easy to see. Okay? First of all, we have some groups of 30 and a remainder of 8. Make sense? Okay, we have some groups of 30. We don't know how many, but we do have a remainder of 8. Okay? And since we want the number to be divisible by 6, we can actually regroup all the groups of 30 into groups of 6. Make sense? Alright, so here I have some groups of 30. I don't know how many, no issues, but I can further split the 30 into groups of 6. Okay, because 30 is already divisible by 6. Make sense? So now, if I want the remainder to also be divisible by 6, then I can have one group of 6 because I have 8, but I cannot have two groups of 6 here. I don't have enough. So from here, are we all able to see why the answer is 4? Make sense? Okay, so all I need to do is, okay, I played it a little bit. I've already drawn it, so I'm just going to add it in. Okay, all I need to do is, all I need to do is add another 4 so that I can have 2 full groups of 6. Clear? All right. Everybody understand? Okay. If you are clear, can you help me spam the like button, please? I'm going to explain this once more. Okay? Once more. Ready? Okay, so one more time. We need the number to be divisible by 6. Multiple of 6 means in a 6 times table, so I need it to be divisible by 6. Okay? So, from here, the question says if I divide by 30, meaning I have some groups of 30. I don't know how many, no issues, but I have some groups of 30 here, and then I have a remainder of 8. Okay, I have remainder of 8. But I don't have enough because I want it to be divisible by 6. All of this 30 can divide by 6. I can further split this into groups of 6. So I have 5 groups here, 5 groups here, 5 groups of 6 there. Okay? But my remainder cannot break into groups of 6 perfectly. I can only break it into one group of 6 with extra 2 left over from my remainder 8. So to do that, I need to add another 1, 2, 3, 4 balls, or 4 circles here, okay? So I need to add 4 so that my value can be divisible by 6. All right? I hope this clears up your doubts. I wish I can like some of your comments, but I can't. But it's very nice to have so many of you saying so many nice things. Thank you very, very much. Okay, if you are clear, can you help me spam the like button, please? For our viewers on Instagram, I'm going to shift the camera slightly. Okay, there we go. Much better. All right. Everybody clear? Okay, thank you very, very much for all the likes coming in. All right, before we continue to the next question, there is something that I would like to share with all of you here, like a little soft launch, okay? If you take a look at the next page that we have here, I would like to share with you this crash course that we are having. We are going to have a crash course for PSLE Maths and Science during the March holidays, okay? During the March holidays. Now, this registration for this crash course will only open sometime later this week. So, if you can very kindly follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, then you will be kept updated. We will open up the registrations sometime this week. It is open to the public as well as to our current students. But for our current students, we are having a promo code for you guys, okay? We will let you know this promo code sometime soon as well, before the end of February, okay? So for the rest of our friends that are not in MasterMaths or Brainy Mole, please remember to follow us on our socials to be kept updated for when we open up the registrations, okay? This, once again, will happen during the March holidays. All right, and we will again have a promo code for our current students. So please stay tuned, okay? All right. Someone mentioned that we look like a musical band. Very funny. Okay. The third person is me. You are seeing me live already. Okay. Great. All right, if you are good, we are going to go back to question 1 for some of our friends who did not manage to take down the solutions. But again, don't worry, the solutions will always be posted weekly, okay? So don't worry about that. Okay, here you go. This was question number 1. We will move on to question 2 in 5 seconds. Ready? Okay, thank you very much for everyone who's spamming the like button. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Remember to follow us and share this live with your friends and family, okay? All right. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Question 2 now. Okay, question number 2. This appeared in the 2014 PSLE paper 1. Many years back, 10 years back, oh my gosh. 10 years back, you guys were most of you were just 2 years old, right? Okay, this appeared in 2014 PSLE paper 1, but still very relevant. May very well appear again. So let's take a look at this question. Whaley wanted to pack 60 apples and 75 pears into as many bags as possible with no remainder. So straight away, these keywords will tell you what to do already. I hope you know. She packed the same number of fruit in each bag. The number of apples in each bag was the same. Basically, this sentence just further stresses on the previous sentence, okay? So basically, the number of apples in each bag was the same. Number of pears in each bag was the same. So how many apples were there in each bag? Let's try this question first. I'm going to give you some time, maybe about 2 to 3 minutes Okay? 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, we will usually aim to end the session at 8:30. So for those of you who are asking, we go live every Tuesdays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Alright. Wow, quite a number of correct answers already. For those in foundation math, this is very, very applicable to foundation math as well. So you can try as well, okay? It is not something that is out of your syllabus for those in foundation, yeah? A lot of correct answers actually. Great. One last minute for those of you who are still trying. Fantastic. A lot of correct answers. On TikTok, a lot of correct answers. On Instagram, our followers and viewers on Instagram, there are some incorrect answers. If your answer is number 2, check again, okay? If your answer is number 2, check again. All right. Oh, for those who are in Sec 1, this is also in your Sec 1 syllabus. So you can try also. Okay? Great. Very happy to see some of you joining us, even though you're not in P6 anymore. Thank you for your time. All right. Shall we go through it now? Are we all ready? Okay. All right, so for this question, I'm going to go straight into the keywords because the keywords will tell us exactly what to do, okay? So first of all, our keywords are as many bags as possible and no remainder. So when we see as many bags as possible as well as no remainder, we will think of something. Do you know what that something is? As many bags as possible with no remainder. So no remainder tells us we need to divide, right? No remainder tells us we need to divide. And as many bags as possible actually tell us to look for the highest common factor. Right, some of you are also typing it, fantastic. That's right, divide and look for the highest common factor. Since we need to divide, we think of factors. And why highest common factor? Okay, why highest common factor? Because we see as many as possible. Means we want the highest, the greatest number. So they all have the same meaning. Okay? So we don't multiply, we divide because we don't want any remainder. Okay? We are packing it into bags. So we need to divide. Clear? Alright, so with that, all you got to do is list down. All you got to do is list down and look for your highest common factor. So we are going to list this down very quickly, okay? For apples, let's see, okay. I don't think I'm blocking it, right? Okay, for apples, we have 60 apples. So that will be 1 times 60. Can you help me list down all the factors if you have found it already? Whatever factors you can think of, then I will just copy, paste, okay? What else? What other factors do we have? 1 times 60, 2 times 30. Thank you for all your contributions. Is 7 in the factor list for 60? Can 60 be divided by 7? Not quite, right? So we have 2 times 30 followed by, yes, 3 times 20. Very good. Thank you very much. 3 times 20. And then we have 4 times 15. I see that. Great. 5 times 12. And lastly, 6 times 10. Fantastic. Okay? So 1 times 60, 2 times 30, 3 times 20, 4 times 15, 5 times 12, and 6 times 10. Alright, and for pairs, we have 75 pairs. So that will be 1 times 75, 3 times 25, and finally 5 times 15. Okay? So now all you got to do is look for the highest common factor. Have we found it yet? Highest common factor. factor will be, highest common factor will be 15. Very good. Okay, so the highest common factor is 15. Does that mean our answer is 15? Does that mean our answer is 15? Recall, the highest common factor here at the top, okay, all the way at the top here, it represents the number of bags. So for those of you saying no, answer is not 1, you are correct. Excellent job. So the highest common factor here would represent our number of bags. Okay? Alright. So the number of bags is 15. On the other side, also same, number of bags. Now in that case, what do you think is the answer for question 2? How many apples will there be in each bag? We have number of bags is 15. So the number of apples in each bag will be its partner, which is 4. So number of apples in each bag will be 4. Okay? On the other side, the 5 would represent the number of pears in each bag. Okay? All clear? Great. So our answer is indeed number 4. Okay? Alright, so let me share with you something about this question, okay? This appeared 10 years ago when you guys were just 2 years old, for some of you. This appeared 10 years ago, but it is still very relevant. This may come out where? In primary 4, primary 5 exams, primary 6 PSLE, as well as P6 foundation. Because in P6 foundation, we have already learned about common factors and common multiples, right? So this may very well appear in 4, 5, 6, and 6 foundation as well. Okay? Alright. Means we have to follow the apples part? Yes. Because they want apples, we just look at apples. Alright? But we still need to list down the factors for pairs so that we can look for the highest common one. Okay? Alright. All good? Okay, fantastic. Alright, if you are clear and you enjoy doing this question because you think it gives you a confidence boost, you know how to solve this question, can you help me spam the like button, please? Thank you very, very much. Please also help us share this live with your class chat, with your family chat, with all your followers and followings on Instagram and TikTok, everywhere, okay? Thank you very much. All right. We will move on to the next question in 5 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you so much for all the likes. And 1. Let's move on. It's okay if you don't know how to like on computer. I have received your intention. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on. Wow, so fast. So many of you have gotten the answer to question 3 already. So fast. Okay. Ready? Okay, question 3. Question 3 is very simple. I hope you are able to solve question 3. It is meant to be placed here for our life to give you a confidence boost. Okay? So please try question number 3. And no, I saw a comment just now. The student used calculator for this question. Does it mean you can use also? Please, this one is question in paper 1. Please don't use calculator, okay? Alright. So only 2 steps to solve this question. You should be able to get it. Cannot use calculator. This is in paper 1, unfortunately. Okay? I'll give you about 1 to 2 minutes. This is very straightforward. Please try this question now. Wow, so many of you got it right. If you don't understand, don't worry. I'm going to explain it to you, okay? So, the question says, a student used a calculator to divide a 4-digit number, I don't know the number, by a 1-digit number. This 1 digit I know because they say, he's supposed to divide it by 5, but he pressed 4 instead. Okay, very fat fingers pressed wrongly. So, in the end, he obtained a wrong answer, 260. So, if you want it to be correct to divide by 5, what should the correct answer be? So, that is what the question is talking about. Let me rephrase it for you, okay? I got a 4-digit number. I divide wrongly by 4, I get 260. Okay, this is what the question is saying. So, if I use the same number and I divide by 5, what will I get? Okay, this is what the question wants. So, I'm wrong on the left. Divide by 4 is 260. This is wrong. On the other side, I want to divide by 5 correctly. So, what do I get? A lot of you have gotten the correct answer already. Fantastic job. Great. Happy or not? You get correct answer. Very happy, right? Great feeling, right? Great sense of satisfaction, right? Yeah. So when you are solving questions, remember this sense of satisfaction that you get, okay? Every time you feel like very dejected, always remember that with practice, you will be able to get this satisfaction of solving it correctly, okay? Alright, so if I have question mark divide by 4 is 260, how do I get this question mark? Oh, sorry if I'm blocking, let me move it. Okay, so again, if I divide by 4, I get 260. How to get the question mark, that 4-digit number? What do I do? Do I divide again? I take 260 divide by 4 again? No, right? I need to reverse. Some of you mentioned, yes, very good. So the question mark will be 260 times 4 to give us 1040. Okay, so this is our 4-digit number. Got it? Yeah, great. Fantastic. So then now we can just solve the question. I want to take 1040 to divide by 5 to give me the correct answer, which is 208. So for those of you who got 208, great job. 2 marks in your pocket. The answer is 208. Okay? Why need to divide by 9? No need to divide by 9, okay? These are basically 2 separate cases. First, I divide by 4, but it's wrong. I cannot divide by 4. I need to divide by 5. I should not be taking 4 plus 5. No. Okay? I hope you understand. The kind of question you will leave blank in your homework. Why? See? Easy to understand, right? So you have a question mark number, a total. You are supposed to divide it by 5, but you press wrongly, you divide by 4 instead, you get 260. So step 1, we are working backwards. Step 1, we find what is this number. Then with that number, you just divide correctly. Okay? Yes, like this 2 marks. 2 marks in paper 1, question 28. Okay? Everybody understand? This one, some of you mentioned you're in P5 or P4. This one may appear in P5, P4 as well, but the number may be not 4-digit, maybe it's 3-digit, a bit smaller. Okay, but still this can be tested in earlier years, even in P3. Okay, so in P3, this will be parked under the working backwards concept. Alright? Okay, if you are clear, can you help me spam the like button, please? Thank you very, very much. Okay. For those of us who are in secondary school, I hope you are enjoying your secondary school life. And thank you very much for joining our live today to rack our brains a little bit. Okay. Thank you so much. Very, very nice comments you have there. All right. Is it a must to put a statement in exam? That depends on which level you are in. In P5, P6, no need statement anymore. Usually just final answer. But I think in lower primary, P1, P2, and maybe P3, then a statement is required on based on school exams. But upper primary, no need anymore. Just final answer will do. Okay? All right. P5, yes, very, very applicable. P5 can join today's lesson. Very applicable as well. P6 foundation also, okay? Thank you, Arash. All right. Before we continue, thank you for all your likes. Let me just quickly share with you once again. We are going to have a PSLE crash course in the March holidays, okay? During the March holidays, we are going to open the registration later this week. So please stay tuned. Follow us on our social media channels, on Instagram especially, Facebook as well, TikTok as well, so that you are kept updated when we open up the registration, okay? The registration is open for all the members of the public as well as our students. But for those of you who are in our MasterMaths classes or Brainimo classes, you will get a promo code. So please stay tuned, all right? This is not free, but the things that we provide will far surpass the amount that you are paying. I can guarantee you that, okay? This is not free, unfortunately, but you will be learning way more than you are paying for. Okay? All right. Any questions on this for now? Okay. All right. For secondary 5, we are going to have a secondary live class tomorrow, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Okay? All right. How much? We will reveal this later this week as well, okay? When the registrations are open, we will reveal the time slots as well as the cost for this, okay? All right. Once again, the seats are limited. So please, please, please follow us on our channels so that you can be one of the first to quickly sign up for it. Otherwise, we may not have enough space if the demand is too big. Okay? All right. Great. Let's move on to the next question, number 4. Okay, question number 4. Thank you very much. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. We are going through whole numbers revision today. The questions that we are running through today appeared in past year PSLE questions. They are past year PSLE questions. If you would like to get your hands on our channel, if you would like to get your hands on our worksheet, you can get it from our Telegram channel at MasterMaths PSLE. Okay? MasterMaths PSLE. All right. So while you are reading this question, this is an interesting one. While you are reading this, I am going to answer some questions that I'm looking at now. Do we need to write statements during PSLE? Again, I think I mentioned this just now. We don't have to. If you're in P1, P2, most schools would require you to write your word statement. But P4 onwards, this is not very necessary anymore. Okay? All right. Let's see. What other questions do we have? How to understand ratio? Since you have requested, we will do ratio next week, okay? We will do ratio next week. I hope it will help you out. We will do ratio next week, so stay tuned, okay? We will see each other again Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. next week. All right. Okay, you feel like you saw a similar question in the exam. This question, should I give you a hint? Anybody SOS here? What type of question is this? This is a comparing multiple identities or multiple quantities question. We are comparing between multiple items here. Okay? All right. Okay. We need to find class A first, right? No need. Let me just break it to you guys, okay? For this question, there are 2 steps and 2 steps only. There's only 2 steps. Okay, and recall this is a paper 1 question, so you should not be needing a lot of steps to solve. Okay, this is a paper 1 question. How do we get copies of the question? They can be found on our Telegram channel, MasterMaths PSLE. Is it okay to use augmented matrix? No need. No need. So tough or tedious, no need. Okay, so let me share with you a hint for this question. We just have to use a model. In P3 we learned before, right? Model method. We just have to draw the model. We should be able to solve the question already. Okay. If you have questions about the crash course, I will answer them later on, okay? Yes, comparison model indeed. This looks hard for paper 1. Actually, not so hard if you draw the model correctly. Only 2 steps. Very basic 2 steps. It looks tough, but it's not. Okay, first, let me break down the question for you, okay? We have A and B together. They raise a total of $108. And then B, C, D together, $180. So in these 2 sentences, you realize that B is repeated, right? So A, B, and then we have B, C, D. Agree? This one, no need to use ratio. We will use a model to solve. No need ratio at all also. Okay, algebra is possible, yeah? Can? Alright, then from here, the question told you the total amount of money that was raised by all 4 classes. So all 4 classes here would represent class A, plus B, plus C, plus D, right? Classes A, B, C, D together. Okay, that's what all 4 classes mean, okay? This was 5 times the amount that class B raised. No need to use lowest common multiple. This is not a common multiple question. So for common multiples, just to sidetrack a little bit, since it's mentioned, for common multiples, usually the keywords will be together, again, both at the same time, or every. These are the keywords that tell you to look for multiples, but we don't see any of it here. Okay? This is indeed a PSLE question from 2017, paper 1. So we are doing a lot of many years ago PSLE because it's still very much relevant to this day. Okay? Alright, so let me share with you. Step 1. What you can do is to draw a model. Okay? Draw a model, and this is what you will get. This part can follow. We draw a model. So why draw model? Because they say 5 times. So B, and then we have 5 times more, or 5 times as much as B, we will get A, B, C, D together. Okay? So yes, B is 1 unit, the rest is 5 units, you are right. The rest here actually would not represent A, C, and D. It's together with the 5. Okay, so all 4 classes here is 5 units. This part can understand? Everybody understand? Okay, once more. All I'm doing is drawing the blue color part. The total amount raised by 4 classes, B plus ACD together, is 5 units. That's all. And then B is 1 unit. Okay? Alright. Can use algebra. Nobody say cannot. Can use, okay? Yeah, very good. We divide by 6, correct. For those of you who are saying divide by 6, you are right. But what divide by 6? Okay, so based on this model, how I get 5 units? Again, 5 times. 5 times means we get 5 units versus 1 unit. B will be 1 unit, A, B, C, D will be 5 units. Because of the keyword, 5 times. Okay? Can? If you haven't learned algebra, just use model method. We learned model already, yeah? Your brain is back after I explain. That's great. Hello. Alright, so how to solve this? PSLE in 2017, only 2 marks. So once we see this, we know that we need to look for the sum. Why? We have A and B, and then we have B, C, D, B and C and D. Therefore, we look for A plus B plus C plus D. Okay, this will be 108 plus another 180 to give us 288. Hence, the total is 288. Okay? I'm going to repeat this one more time. Take a moment to digest this first, then I repeat this one more time. Once we have this, we only need one more step to find B already. Okay? Yes, 288 divide 6 indeed. 48 is indeed the answer. Well done. Great. Okay, I'm going to repeat this one more time. Okay, again. The total amount raised by 4 classes, A, B, C, D, together 5 units. So I draw 5 boxes. I have A, B, C, D, together 5 units. Okay? Then B will be 1 unit because of the word 5 times. That's why it's 5 units versus 1 unit. So this is 1 unit. Okay? Clear? Then the question asks us to find B. So this is our question mark. Okay? Let me explain to you, for those of you whose brains are not braining, I see some comments like that. Let me explain to you. So we have ACD at the top. This part everybody understand, right? Because all 4 classes. Maybe I write down at the side for you. This is all 4 classes. Okay, hang on. Okay. So this is all 4 classes. I'm going to shift this to the left. Okay? All 4 classes is A, B, C, D. Why am I adding the 2 up? It's because I have A, C, D, and another 2 B's. I have B and B. Okay? Can you understand? Everybody clear now? All good? So 288 divided by, are you sure it's 5? Is it 288 divided 5? No, right? It will be 288 divided by 6 because I have 6 units. Okay? So, to solve for B, that will be 288 divided by 6 to give us 48. Final answer, $48. Okay? Everybody clear? Alright. Can follow so far? The answer is indeed 48. Okay? Alright. Anybody with any questions for now? Anybody with any questions for now? Everybody all okay? I will show you using algebra, okay? Using algebra, all we got to do is convert. ACD now becomes B, 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 B. So this will be B, 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 B. So we know at the side, this is using algebra, we know at the side A, C, D is the same as 4 sets of B. So 6 sets of B give you 288. This is using algebra. 1 set of B will be 48. Divide by 6. Okay? So this is using algebra. Understand? Okay? Everybody clear? Alright. All good. Okay. Any questions so far? Alright, so I have some questions here. Let me answer it. In the meantime, if you are still unclear, take a minute to understand the steps. I'm going to explain this once more later on, okay? Let me answer some of the questions that I see on the chat here. Okay? No, A, C, and D does not equal 48. Only B is equal to 48. So A, C, and D is equals to 48 times 4. A, C, and D is 48 times 4, not just 48. Okay? Can we write, instead of A, C, D, can we write X? Possible, but then you are introducing more letters, more unknown quantities to what you already have. So if they already give you in letters, might as well use it, right? To not confuse yourself even more. Okay? Alright. Somebody is asking for our lessons. Very nice of you to want to enroll your child or yourself if you are a child. We do have our programs. You can join us by registering your interest at mastermaths.com.sg. We have a monthly payment. So if you would like, you can head on to mastermaths.com.sg to register your interest. There are a couple of classes for each level. You can use our website to check on the schedule. Okay? All right. Okay. All the information you need, our course fees, what you get as a MasterMaths students, we do provide a couple of free or completely complimentary things like a 24/7 Q&A chat for every single student. So things like that are what you get as a MasterMaths student. You can head over to our website to register your interest, to look at the course fees, as well as to look at the schedule that we have for this year. Okay? All right. Any other questions? Okay. No other questions? Okay. Somebody is saying we can take 180 minus 108. Now, if we take 180 minus 108, this will be the difference between CD versus A. We are looking at the difference between CD versus A, not necessarily giving you B, okay? They may not be equal. Just because the numbers work doesn't necessarily mean it's the same, yeah? The difference between CD and A may not necessarily be B. Okay? Any other questions here? If not, we will move on to the last one. Thank you very much for your kind words. Okay, someone is saying to do rate next lesson. I already verbally mentioned that I will be doing ratio next week. Maybe the week after I can do rates. Okay? Ratio first, then rate. Okay? Yeah, so fast last one today, right? Okay. All right. I see that our numbers are growing as well once again. So let me just introduce myself once more. For those of you who just joined, welcome. My name is Coach Shahira from MasterMaths. We are going through whole numbers revision today, mainly touching on factors and multiples, listing method, as well as this question, comparing multiple quantities. Okay? So this is what we are doing today. We have our live lessons every Tuesdays from 7:30 to 8:30. If you are in secondary school and you would like to join us for secondary live classes, that will be tomorrow from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Okay, every Wednesdays for secondary. If you want to join our science lessons from Coach Sher, that will be every Mondays, 7:30 to 8:30. Okay? All right. Okay, before we continue, I would like to very quickly share with you that we are once again going to have a PSLE crash course during the March holidays. So if you would like to join, please stay tuned, follow our socials to know when the registration will open. Seats are limited, very, very limited. So please make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. MasterMaths on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook as well, okay? So follow us to know when we open our registration so that you can save yourself a seat. If you are our students, we do have a promo code for you. So please stay tuned. All of this will be revealed at a later date. All right? Okay. If you missed some of the questions that we went through earlier, you can always rewatch it. Of course, it will not be immediately available, but you can always rewatch it on our YouTube channel at MasterMathsTV. Okay? All right. Great. Okay, shall we move on to our final question for today? All right, so this is our final question for today. You can read this question. This is a popular question. One of the sort of killer questions for 2018 paper 2. All right. Okay, great. How are we going to solve this question? What do you think? While you are at it, can you also help me type in the chat how you feel about today's live? Was it great for your confidence level? How do you feel about today's live? Were the questions manageable? Did you learn anything today? Fun. Wow, thank you very much. Great. Fantastic. Got confidence booster, right? For some of the questions at least. Good. Great. You feel the same always. Sometimes tired. Okay. Remember to eat well and sleep well, okay? Easier now. Fantastic. Okay. More fun than school. Of course, we are on TikTok, right? School don't use TikTok anyway. All right. Okay, last question already. Come on, let's try this question now. All right. Thank you for sharing your responses. You got confidence since tomorrow got... What's FA1? I only know WA1. What's FA? Okay, I am going to answer some questions in a second, okay? I have some questions for this last question here. Oh, formative assessment. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. Okay, thank you so much. I love you too. Okay, let's continue. Question 5. Mr. Tan packed 508 tarts into large and small boxes to sell. He filled each large box with 20 tarts and each small box with 12 tarts. All the boxes were full and there were no tarts left over. So what was the least number of boxes used by Mr. Tan? Okay, so some of you see this question already. Headache. What's the purpose of this question? Well, for this question, they are testing you on... This is where we will use listing method, okay guys? They are testing you on a little bit of multiple factors and multiples, okay? Do we divide? Yes, we do. Indeed, we do. I'm very happy because you guys are all very kind. A very nice community of learners we have here. Okay, wow, very good. I see a very, very important key phrase that somebody mentioned. I see a very important key phrase that somebody mentioned, and I am going to give you a shout out. Miss Mel O'Neill, so there must be more large boxes. You are fantastically correct. Indeed, there must be more large boxes. Why? Do you know why we must have more large boxes? This one can use calculator, yes. Paper 2 can use calculator. No tart left over doesn't mean we have to have more large boxes, no. But it does mean that we will have to divide. Remember earlier question we mentioned, no leftover means we are looking at division, right? So this means we also need to divide, yeah? Yes, correct. You are right. Least number, fantastic. So the question says least number of boxes. For us to have the least number of boxes, we must have as many big ones as possible. Can understand why? What if he ate the tarts? No, he's not going to eat the tarts. He's just going to pack it, okay? Do you understand why we must have as many boxes of 20 as possible instead of 12? Do we know why? I'm going to zoom in for you guys a little bit, okay? If we have big versus many small ones, the number of small boxes will be way more than the number of big boxes, okay? Bigger boxes, so less groups, fewer groups. Understand? Okay? Amir, would you want to share your answer first before you leave? Yes, less boxes means I need many big boxes. Okay? Many big boxes. Alright, so fantastic. Everybody understand. So if I want many big box, okay, if I want many big box, the small box, of course, will be the one that has 12 tarts, yeah? The big boxes will be 20 tarts. So if I want many big box, I will first take 508 and divide this by 20 because I want many big boxes. Wow! 27. You guys are right. So fast. Very happy for you. Yes. So let me explain how we get our answer. Some of you already typed it in. 27 indeed. Why? Let me explain. So 508, if I divide this by 20, I will get a remainder. Because I cannot put everything into large boxes. I will get 25 with a remainder of 8. Okay? 25 with a remainder of 8. Alright? Before I continue, I am going to answer some of your dying questions. Assumption method. So many of you have typed in assumption method. Actually, we cannot use assumption method. Let me share with you why. Okay? I'm going to write it at the side. I will pause this here and I'll write it at the side. Assumption method, the basic kind, not the penalty kind. For assumption method, we need two things. Number one, you need to have two totals. Total items and total value. In this case, the items and the value, items will be total boxes and value will be total tarts. Okay? So to use assumption method, you need to have total boxes and total tarts. You don't have it. This one, you don't have. So you cannot use assumption. Understand? Okay? Clear so far? Okay. All understand, Okay. So, let me explain one more time. We cannot use assumption method because we need two things, the total boxes and total items, the total tarts, for us to even start on assumption. But we don't even know the total boxes because that's what the question asks us for. Okay? So, assumption doesn't work. Alright, great. So, how come got 8 left? Because 508, right? Divide by 20. Because I want as many 20 as possible. So, I divide by 20. I am going to get 25 with a remainder of 8. 25 times 20 is 500. Then I got 8 balance. Right? Okay. Let me quickly finish up this question. So, when that happens, all I got to do is find the boxes of 20 and slowly list down. So, how am I going to slowly list this? First, I got 25 boxes. The remaining tarts is 8. I cannot divide by 12 because I cannot have leftover. So the answer is not 25 boxes. Okay? Then what do? I free up one box of 20. So I'm left with 24. I free up one box of 20 because I need to regroup. There must not be any leftovers. Okay? So I need to pack all of this nicely into box of 12. 8 cannot divide by 12, so that's it. I won't have a full box of 12. Okay? So when that happens, I'm going to free up 20. And I have the remaining 8 on top. That gives me 28. Still, I cannot divide this by 12. One more time. I free up another box of 20 tarts. I'm left with 23 big boxes. Okay? I free up another box of 20 tarts. Now, I have extra free 20 with the initial remainder 28 to give us 48. Now, I can divide this by 12. So 48 divided by 12, I'm going to get 4. Therefore, my total boxes would be 23 plus 4 to give us 27. Okay? Don't worry, I will explain this once more. Please take a second to understand what's going on. Okay? Please take a second to understand what's going on. Some of you got it already. Fantastic. Great. Don't worry if you don't understand. I will explain it once again. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, so y plus 28. I will draw it out for you, okay? Okay, love this method, exactly what you would do. Fantastic. So this method is called the listing method. We are doing systematic listing. What happens if I put all of it into boxes of 20? I can only have maximum 25 boxes, but I got 8 free tarts that I cannot fit in nicely because they say most important part here, they say, all the boxes were full. Because all the boxes were full, I cannot have 8 and just plug it into a box of 12. I will have some spaces. I cannot have some spaces. Okay? Okay? So what happens? If I have 25 full boxes of 20, I got 8 extra. I cannot pack it into a box of 12. So I move on. If I cannot have 25 boxes of 20, I take out 25 boxes, right? I take out one box only. So I got 24 big box, another one box. I got 20 free ones. I redistribute into boxes of 12. That's why I take 20, the free cupcakes, not cupcakes, the free tarts that I just free up from one of the boxes. I take out 20, and then just now I got remaining 8, right? So now I got 25 boxes with extra 8, okay? 25 boxes with extra 8. I take out one, put 20 inside here. So now I got 28. Okay, so now I got 28. 28, I cannot divide by 12. So what happens? I take out one more box and put it together with the 28. So now I got 48. 48, I can split into 12 nicely, right? So once I can split into 12 nicely, then I will not have any remainders. Then that will be the least number of boxes I need to use. Okay? Everybody clear now? Any questions? So the final answer is indeed 27. Some of you got it already, so that's wonderful. Crystal clear, great. Okay. Alright, so that is the end of our live class. I am going to very quickly share with you one last time. We are having a PSLE crash course. Seats are very limited. You see me? That's Coach Irfan, and this is Coach Sher, our science specialist. We are going to have a PSLE crash course on Mondays all the way through to Friday for both math and science together, okay? So then that will be during the March holidays. I'm sure most of you are free by then. We will share with you the dates and times on a later date. Sometime this week, the registrations will open. So please make sure you follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook channels so that you can come and join us, okay? For our current students, we will have a promo code, so please stay tuned. All right. Any questions for Crash Course for now? All the course fees, time slots, everything about the Crash Course will be revealed sometime soon, okay? Usually, this is more for PSLE standard math, but there will be certain questions that overlap with foundation math as well. So yes, our foundation math students can join as well. Okay? Yes, it is, by the time it will already be fasting month, but we will be conducting it fully online. So no worries, if you're fasting, you can just sit at home in the comfort of your own home and listen and learn along. All right? Okay. The crash course is indeed on Zoom for some of you asking. Yes? Any other questions? Great to hear that some of you will probably go. Fantastic. Remember that our slots are limited, so please make sure you follow us on our socials to register early, okay? How to get the promo code? Very simple, be our MasterMath or Brainimo student. Okay? We will share with you the promo code soon. Alright, any questions? For those of you who are saying you will try to join, thank you very much. We are very excited to see you then. Okay? Alright. If you are in MasterMaths already, we will send you the promo code soon, okay? Thank you, Cherise. Good night. Pinky promise, I will see you too. Alright. Do we still need the previous page? I will stay on for about maybe 5 minutes for more questions. Okay? If not, we will end today's live here. I will see you again next week. We will be doing ratio. I will see you again next week, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Good night. Please sleep well, rest well, and see you next week. You can leave. Yes, thank you. Good night. You just joined. Oh, no. you can watch our, rewatch our live on YouTube at MasterMathsTV. Okay, good night, everybody. If you have more questions, I am here to follow up. Hang on a second, yeah? Okay, great. If you have more questions, I'm still here. Do you still need the previous question? If not, I will see you again next week. Thank you. Yes, question 5. Here you go. All right. Oh, I still see that a lot of people are still online. That's great. But you can leave already, okay? We have just ended. Thank you very much. Once again, I'm Coach Shahira from MasterMaths, and I will see all of you again next week, Tuesday at 7:30 p.m., okay? Thank you, everybody. Good night. I will still be staying for maybe about 3 more minutes for more questions. You're welcome. Good night. Hello. You just joined, I see. The promo code will be sent to you with like a package. So you can just wait for it, okay? All right. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. I'll see you guys again next week, okay? Okay. I will see you on Sunday, yes. Thank you, you too. So sweet of you. Thank you. All right. Good night, everybody. I will end the live in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bye.